An update tonight to a story we brought you last week. Attorneys for a Columbus man serving a life sentence for a triple murder. His attorneys are speaking with 10 TV. They're hoping a judge will grant their client a chance to withdraw his guilty plea and possibly get a new trial.
10 TV's Kevin Landers explains while the request may sound like a long shot, attorneys for Wendell Callahan say newly discovered DNA evidence may allow the court to give this case a second look.
Since 2017, Wendell Callahan has been serving 66 years to life for a triple murder case that he pled guilty to. His aggravated murder charges are now being called into question after the state tested DNA samples at the crime scene that were never analyzed. Now it's up to a judge to determine whether it's enough for a second trial. Behind these prison walls, Wendell Callahan is a guilty man convicted of the murders of his ex-girlfriend, 32-year-old Irvina Hammonds, and her daughters, 10-year-old Bria Hammonds and 7-year-old Anisha Green. His newly appointed attorneys say, based on the evidence at the time,
I think he gets convicted. I do. I think he gets the death penalty.
The basis of that prosecution was based upon a witness statement and the DNA as it was. The DNA now calls that witness statement significantly into question.
The statement comes from Curtis Miller, who was dating Hammonds. Miller has never been charged in connection with the murders. He told police he broke into the apartment and witnessed Callahan carrying out the attack. According to this motion to have Callahan's guilty plea withdrawn, Curtis said, quote, he never proceeded down the hallway or entered the bedrooms where the victims were ultimately discovered.
Much like you will hear on like the TV shows that a cigarette butt was found that wasn't tested, that calls into question everything else. That's what we're dealing with here.
An outside lab contacted by the Franklin County's Conviction Integrity Unit found Curtis's DNA in the hallway. The report found, quote, a blood sample found in the hallway conclusively identifies Curtis Miller, not Mr. Callahan, as the source of the blood.
Do I believe he deserves, do I believe that the justice system owes him another chance based on this new evidence? Absolutely. I think he deserves a new chance.
On the advice of his attorney, Callahan pled guilty to the crimes to avoid the death penalty.
These defense attorneys did exactly maybe the best thing in the end. At the end of the day, it kept him alive long enough to for technology to change or for somebody to wake up and look at these other samples.
Callahan's crimes would likely end with him dying in prison because he pled guilty. That changed in 2023 when the Conviction Integrity Unit gave him a place to appeal.
So here's a guy who pleads guilty and on his own begins to petition anybody and everybody that will listen. But there's no statutory mechanism. There's no law that allows someone to come back and look at this. It's this Conviction Integrity Unit that did this. The Franklin County Prosecutor's Office has yet to agree to Callahan's motion to have his guilty plea withdrawn. If they agree to it, it will be up to a judge to set a hearing date. In Pickaway County, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
Kevin, thank you. 10 TV reached out to former Franklin County Prosecutor Ron O'Brien. He didn't prosecute the case, but told us the attorneys who did say Callahan apologized, saying, I'm sorry for the families who have been hurt by this situation. We will continue to follow the developments in this case.